Good morning. Today is Monday, the 5th of July, 2021. Between the 16th and 23rd of June, I had the pleasure of walking about 86 miles with members of the U3A walking group from Skipton, doing the first part of the famous coast-to-coast walk between St Bees and Robin Hood's Bay. I first walked the whole of this magnificent walk in 1994, when I was 39, with my close friend and mountain leader Alan. I had my 67th birthday on the 27th of June this year, and it got me wondering how the journey of life compares with the journey across the country, and how different it was this time, and how different things are for me now compared to how it was when I was 39. I felt this could easily fill a 5-minute reflection. The coast-to-coast walk is a suggested route by the late great Alfred Wainwright and has become the most popular long-distance walk in the UK, although it's not actually an official long-distance path. Maps and guidebooks are produced with all the regular stops, distances and information you could possibly need. Alan and I found in 1994 this produced an attitude in some people that the right way to do it was exactly the route that Wainwright had suggested, and that anything else wasn't the right way. However, if you read the beginning of Wainwright's guide, he states very clearly that it would be best if you make your own route, as you'll find this far more interesting and satisfying. Even the distance of the walk is variable according to which sections you walk and whether you go over the high hills or down the valleys. And anything from about 186 to 195 miles is recorded in guidebooks. We started our walk last time carrying our tents and food and camping on the top of the highest peaks. Then after Alan injured his leg, we wound up having our bags carried and going down the valleys. Some people said we were doing really well, with Alan limping along and continuing with the journey. Others said that we were cheating, having our bags carried and it didn't really count going down the valleys. We found this extraordinary, as it does not say in Wainwright's guidebook how much you should carry, whether you should camp or stay in B&Bs, how fast you should do the walk, even which way round you should do it, and whether it should even be done in one continuous go or in several sections. People had put their own interpretation and criteria into what was supposed to be a freestyle adventure. And Alan and I were fascinated by this, and we learned that people seem to like precise rules. They even seem to invent them when they don't exist. And this is about something you're doing for pleasure. In fact, I think that it was like a pilgrimage, and we learnt a great deal from the coast to coast. We met two men from Birmingham who had done the walk the year before in the pouring rain and fog, and so they could not see anything. And they were doing it again with the hope that they would actually be able to see the beautiful scenery that they'd read about in the guidebooks this year. Very brave of them, I thought. And in fact, this time they had extreme heat. It was extremely hot on that time when we did it in 1994. But they were at least able to see the views. So to do the same walk at different times of year or in different weather would be a completely different experience. So flexibility and sensible decision making about which route to take, so it's appropriate to your physical prowess on that particular day, and also the weather conditions, is surely the way forward. And this must apply, I think, in our day-to-day lives, surely. Cold weather is a problem for some people and hot weather for others. We're all different. The route that we take may be completely different and for different reasons as to why somebody else has taken even the same route or a different route. We can never really understand what's going on in somebody else's mind and body and life. This June, I went with a group that was organised by one experienced individual, and we largely followed. However, it was interesting to see that there was a bit of a split in that some people were very intent on getting the walk done, but others had more of an attitude of the walk being a holiday and were taking longer at break times and soaking up the scenery. So it is possible to do the same activity with a different attitude and have quite a different experience. Getting back to what I've learned since I was in the 28 years between these two walks, well, I like to think I've learned to be much more tolerant and accept that people are amazingly different in multiple ways. And it's not always that one way is right and the other one is wrong. They're just different. Many things have happened to me in this 28-year period, but undoubtedly, the very greatest thing that's actually ever happened to me is discovering God and a relationship with Christ. I now have a guide to follow which I never knew before. Let me read Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 8 as a prayer. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make straight your paths. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. Have a lovely day. Amen.